Hi everyone, it's Sonia McDonald here, and welcome to my Friday Lives, my Friday Leadership Lives, where I talk about everything to do with leadership, kindness, courage, being inclusive. I talk about everything and anything to help you be the best version of yourself, and also to really inspire you and get you thinking differently about who you are, about leadership, and how you can be the best version of yourself and also be a great leader. Today, I wanted to talk about, which I think is so important, what are those kind of 5 things that, or those 5 leadership lessons that we learn when it's kind of like too late, but we can also start learning about these things now. So what are the 5 things? Hey, and I would love you to interact, and I would love to get your comments around everything that I'm talking about as well. And also check out my latest book. It's just been launched, First Comes Courage. You can get it on my website, and you can also get it through Booktopia and Amazon. So what are the 5 things? Number 1, I think the thing that we learned too late. Leadership is an attitude. It's a mindset. It's a choice. If there was one thing I would say to my younger self, is that leadership is not a role or title. It's absolutely an attitude, and it's a mindset. So I think it's really important that we start embracing that now, start thinking about how we can have that leadership attitude. It was interesting the other day, we've got this incredible online self-paced leadership program, and someone posted this comment. And obviously, very new to learning leadership. You don't tend to learn a lot of this stuff at school, university. I think that things are changing. But it was great to get his comment that he wrote that while he was going through the self-paced program, he really started to get these aha moments that I wish that I had seen this earlier, that I felt that my reality around leadership is that my belief system was it was a role or title, and now my reality is so different because I see it as a choice, and it's an action, and it's a mindset, and it's an attitude. And now he's completely shifted his perception around leadership, his belief systems, and also how he sees himself. So yes, it's not too late to start having that leadership attitude now, but sometimes I think it's something that we learn too late in our career. The second thing I want to talk to you about is learning leadership now. Now, I wish that I went and did a Bachelor of Business. I've got a degree in psychology. I've got a degree in human resources. We coach lots of people, whether they have degrees or whether they've got diplomas or whether they've left high school, whatever kind of education that they've had. I didn't learn leadership at high school. I didn't learn leadership at university. I absolutely think that you can learn leadership. Some of us say, are leaders born or made? Look, I think there's definitely characteristics of people that are born with what you could kind of identify as leadership traits. However, I absolutely think that there's lots of different things that can really bring out that leadership in you. One of them is having a growth mindset and learning leadership now. And I think sometimes, especially this is something that we find when we work with businesses and organizations, is that they promote these people, like they'll promote people that are exceptional in IT or exceptional in sales, and they go, hey, you're really great technically in these jobs, so why don't we promote you? And then they realize that they've kind of thrown them into the deep end without giving them the skills or the knowledge or the development. So to prepare yourself early on, learn leadership now. I think sometimes we learn it too late. We get into, I don't know, whether it's a job promotion or we get these opportunities or where we have to step up and lead. And sometimes we can go, this is a very different kind of knowledge base and skill set. So learn leadership as soon as you can. It'll actually, not even for your career, leadership will make a difference in all aspects of your life, in the community, everyday life, as a parent, as a guardian. It'll make a massive difference in everything that you do. Next one is that I think we learn too late, and sometimes it stops us from being courageous, is there's a lesson in everything. One of my greatest insights around life. I'm turning a very interesting number this year. I can't believe how fast it's gone, but there's a lesson in everything. And also, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to stuff up and take risks. I think it's really important that regardless of what happens in life is how you can keep learning, and also keep learning about, there's a lesson in everything. Every time I stuff up, or we stuff up, or the team goes, hey, this could have actually been, we could have done this better, or is that there's a lesson in everything. What did we learn about it? Yes, Emil, travel around the world. Can I tell you, traveling, even though that's not one of my lessons, but it definitely helps with learning. I think that in terms of kind of, again, developing, learning more, travel is incredible for that. Travel also, again, I think makes you a better person. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about others. It opens up your mind. It opens up your mind around the importance of kindness and gratitude, and empathy and compassion. It is, yes, thanks, Emil. I think in terms of, yes, going back in time, I was actually very blessed. Early on in my life, I was very much around having the courage to step out and go traveling and explore the world. I wish we could do it now. So if you can't travel as much around the world, I definitely embrace that you go out and you travel as much as you can around Australia. I mean, Australia or wherever you're living, if you can. I think that embracing life and embracing different people and different places, and opening up your mind is a great way to learn. Okay, so there's definitely a lesson in everything. So please go out there and be courageous. Please go out there and say yes to opportunities. Take risks. Go for those dreams. Go for those goals. And you know what? If it doesn't turn out the way you expected, or you feel as though, and I have failed and stuffed up so many times, I always learn a lesson in everything. And I remember it, very early on in my life, by me being too scared to fail or having this fear around putting myself out there, stopped me from being truly courageous. It's very different now, but I wish, it was, it's never too late to put yourself out there and to go for it. And again, if it doesn't work out, or you feel like you've stuffed up or failed, learn a lesson in it. There's a lesson in everything. The next one I think is so important, is being present, being in the here and the now. I think sometimes we get so caught up in racing through life. We get so caught up in holding on to the past. I think that being present and being in the here and now and enjoy and being grateful and enjoying what is going on in the here and now, and also around, as a leader, it's fundamental to be present. It's fundamental to be curious. It's fundamental to be just enjoying just the here and now. And again, letting go of the past. The past is the past. And also the future, worrying about the future. Don't worry about the future. Or don't let it be too late that you spend so much time and energy worrying about tomorrow and the future. I think that's really important as well. Yes, I love this, Dominique, to be completely vulnerable and never look back. Yes, we're all human, so I love that, being vulnerable. So I think that takes courage to be vulnerable. So that's definitely something that sometimes we think we have to be truly brave and strong all the time, but we don't have to be. And also to remember that things are also temporary. Things will pass. The amount of times I go, oh my gosh, this sucks. And then I think, you know what, it sucks and I'm sad, but I know it'll pass. But I just have to stay in the present and not worry so much or hold on to the past or worry so much about the future as well. I think particularly last year, I had all these plans and dreams last year, like many of us did. And I think many of us kind of went, okay, we just have to navigate and be in the here and now because we don't know what the future holds. the last thing, so I've talked about that attitude. So leadership is an attitude. I've talked about learning now, or learning before it's too late, about leadership or self-development or self-growth, I think is so important, that there's a lesson in everything. Okay, so remember that. And also around the power of being present as a leader is so important. And then finally, it's around investing in yourself and loving what you do. Okay. I remember, again, all great experiences. There's so many things I remember early on in my career or early on in my life that I didn't love what I did, but again, too scared to go out there and have the courage to go and do it. So being truly courageous, loving what you do, and also investing in yourself, investing in your self-development, and investing in learning, taking time out to do what you love doing, whatever it is in your life, like loving, like really caring and loving what you do. Putting the oxygen mask on yourself, taking care of yourself, whether that's whatever you love to do. It could be having a massage or a facial. So doing those sort of things that you love doing, invest in yourself, take care of yourself. Someone wants to know what my cat's name is. Lulu. Lulu is definitely divine, but she loves to jump on my lives now and again. I think also Lulu loves leadership, so that's really good. So they're my top 5 things around what I think some of us learn too late. We learn too late that leadership is an attitude, and you set your attitude, you set your mindset, you set your focus. I think that's really important to learn leadership. However you want to learn leadership, you can see all my books back here. I'm an avid reader. There's lots of different ways that you can learn leadership or learn or grow, but just never, ever stop learning, okay? It is so important for your brain to keep learning and keep expanding and having that growth mindset. And I actually talk about that a lot in here in my First Comes Courage book. Remember, there's a lesson in everything. I think that's really important. So have the courage to put yourself out there, keep learning the lessons and everything, being present. So you're present now by listening and watching this video, this live. So thank you for being part of that. Be in the here and the now. I think that's really important, and also invest in yourself. So while you're watching this, I would love to know, yes, unfortunately, a lot of people do hate their jobs. And for those that do sometimes look, and I run 2 companies, and I'm saying that humbly. Can I tell you, they take a lot of really, really hard work. There's part of what I do that I don't particularly love. There's definitely knocks, people in terms of what I do. However, I keep focusing on what I love. I keep focusing on my purpose and why I do what I do. And I think that's truly important. And I think that sometimes helps us from actually enjoying what we do a lot more. I'm really lucky. I'm absolutely so passionate about the work that we do because we're making a difference and an impact. But everyone that does work for us, or everyone that as part of our tribe that helps us build Leadership HQ McDonald Inc., it's about really caring about them. And if you're going, hey, and look, and if you don't really, really love your job, then I would really invite you to have the courage to do something about it, because life is too short. And if there's something you are really passionate about, go out there and do it. So yes, and also having a curious mind is so important. That's why it's really important to keep learning and being curious about life and being curious about people and others. Don't let this, as I talked about being present, being distracted by so many different things. Like if you're sitting somewhere at a bus stop or a cafe, say hello to the stranger next to you. Be curious. Let's start connecting and collaborating and being kinder to each other a lot more. Sorry, my cat keeps, I feel this is little Lulu. I know, she keeps, she's only a little kitten, so I hate shutting the door because she gets very attached. So if there's anything else that you would love to add around, 5 things that you think sometimes can be that we learn too late. Again, you can, I think, any kind of awareness or insights, you can always start now. It might never be too late. If there's anything you want to change, please go out there and have the courage to do it. And also, I think the other thing sometimes we do learn a little bit too late, and when it comes to leadership, is to be kind to ourselves. I know I've talked about investing in yourself and loving what you do, but also being kinder to ourselves. I think sometimes we can learn that a little bit too late as well. When you're kinder to yourself, you're kinder to others as well. So thank you for watching my live today. Belinda's going overcoming perfectionism. Yes, I think, and I do talk a lot about my coaching around that, Belinda. I actually, funnily enough, had a coaching session with someone yesterday. I talk a lot about this perfectionism sometimes can really stop us from, being our best versions, because what is perfectionism? It's kind of subjective, isn't it? And also, as well, I tend to always say, let's strive for excellence and, and doing our best, because what is perfect? And it's okay to be imperfect, because your views of perfectionism could be very different to someone else's. And also it can, if you expect perfectionism, not only for yourself, but for others, then again, people are not going to be out. That's actually going to cause stress for people, because it's like, what is perfectionism? It's so uncertain. So just always strive for excellence, and for people just to be and do their best, I think is really important. So I love that as well. So sometimes we can learn that a little bit too late. So it's great, Belinda, to have that. With you, I love what I do. Thank you, Karen, and have the most always learning. Oh, that's good. I always agree with everything you say. Thanks, Karen. It's I'm glad. If you don't, I'm glad you agree, which is so wonderful. But I would love if you don't agree. There's other things that you think, but thanks, Karen and Melinda and Emil. And thanks, Dominique, as well. So if there's anything else that we can do to help you be the best you can be, and again, I'm not saying I'm perfect at that. There's days that I'm not the best I am, and I really reflect on that and learn a lesson in that. I think life is always about learning, and yes, it is recorded as well, so you can actually find it on our YouTube videos. If there's anything else that you would like to hear from us or hear from our lives, I am doing them every Friday at 12 p.m. So if there's anything that you would love us to talk about, or me to talk about in our lives, please reach out and talk to us. Check out our free tools. We've got some great free tools and blogs on Sonia McDonald's site, McDonald Inc., and also Leadership HQ. I love this, Dominic. Excellence. Always shoot for the stars, as when you land on the moon, you've achieved. That's fantastic. I love that as well. So remember to go out there and rock it. Remember that life is too short. I think it's May tomorrow. I don't know about you, but time goes past so quickly, and I want you all to wake up each day and go, you know what? I'm going to be the best I can be. Today, I'm going to have a leadership attitude. Today, I'm going to focus on what I can learn today about something, even something about myself or something about others. Today, I am going to invest in myself and do something nice to myself. And that could be like even affirmations or visualization, or being grateful for who you are, loving what you do and appreciating what you do. The other thing is around today, I'm going to be truly present. I'm going to take in the day. I'm going to take in, when I walk to the bus, the beautiful trees. I'm going to embrace the fact that we live in an amazing place, and that I'm happy and I'm safe, and I'm grateful for, who I am and the people around me, and also how I can also show that gratefulness and kindness to someone else. And the fact that today I wonder if I can learn a lesson about life, how I can. And the other thing as well, I know here I'm going on a tangent, I wanted to close this off, is I think sometimes we learn too late the power of self-awareness and the power of really, understanding who you are and accepting you for who you are, imperfections at all, that we are not perfect, and that's okay. That's truly okay as a leader, and that to just embrace the fact that you are who you are, and be seen. Dominique talked about, obviously Brené Brown talks a lot about this as well, this vulnerability piece. Is okay to be seen and be truly who you are. It was really interesting insight a few weeks ago, and I had a coaching session, and it was just so empowering. I have a coach because for me, to me, be the best coach. Like for me, I want to be the best for myself, the best leader, the best speaker, the best coach in this leadership and kindness and courage space. But I need a coach as well, right? And I had this coaching session, and she really put the mirror up in front of me. And there are times that I have not put my full self out there because of I didn't want to be judged, or I felt that people would accept or embrace who I truly was. So I wasn't really putting my full self out there to certain or elements of myself out there to all these people out there. And I was like, no, why am I hiding aspects of myself? I'm going to turn up fully every time, and it's okay not to be liked or not. And I talk about that, funnily enough, here, and I write about it. And sometimes I forget this. It's courage to be not liked and unpopular. I think that's important as a leader. We don't have to please everyone. We don't have to have everyone like us. And, and here's me from a very young age of being the good girl, and I wanted everyone to like me, right? And I thought, no, I'm not going to be the good girl anymore. I'm going to be the kind and courageous girl and just be me. And if you don't like me, I don't do this to be popular. I don't do this to be liked. I do what I do because I want to inspire the world and create a world of more kind, courageous, and inclusive leaders and leadership. And if some people don't want to embrace that, that's okay, because there's lots that do, and it's those lives I want to touch. But I need to be authentically me and show up fully to who I am. So I think that thank you, Tim. That's really lovely. Thank you. But also, whatever through mindfulness during the day, but primarily best sleep habits and recovery every night. Yes, actually, Dominic, I've been going to bed really early every night too. And I have to say that sleep is so important as well. That's why investing in yourself and your well-being is key. Please take care of yourself. They do say in a plane, put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you put it on others. And I think sometimes as leaders, we can forget that. So make sure you do that as well. So thank you for watching my beautiful live. If there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. We're about to, funnily enough, launch a 5 leadership framework very, very soon, which we're really excited about. So if you'd love some more information around our coaching, around our online programs, around anything, our workshops, also nominate in our leadership awards. I just put a post on LinkedIn about that. Make sure you nominate. We want people to self-nominate, because again, if you're able to show the world, and if people are seeing you, I know it's all great to be humble. I love that, but I want you to put yourself out there, because if people can see you doing great things, it'll inspire others. Okay, I want you to put yourself out there to inspire others, but also I think we've got to acknowledge our achievements, successes as well, and embrace that. Invest in you. Okay. Because we can all make a difference. So make sure you get involved in the awards as well. And if you are out there and you'd love, and we're very passionate about getting more women into leadership. So check out McDonald Inc. We've got this great membership. It's only $1 a week. So if you'd love to be part of McDonald Inc.'s membership, because we were really passionate about getting more women into work, into leadership roles, and to start businesses. Because again, I know back many years ago, I never thought I'd be where I am today. And gosh, if there's something I would absolutely want to know, I wish I would say to my younger self, was to have the courage to step up earlier on, believe in myself earlier on. And also I always kind of had this entrepreneurial spirit, but I never believed in myself. And I want to help others believe in themselves and get that seat at the table, get that dream job, and also start businesses. And look at it, I'm not talking, and I know I'm speaking about women in leadership, but anyone, that's what we're really passionate about. But we just feel that there is a gap in women. That's why we decided to launch McDonald Inc. So thank you for listening to my live today. Have a beautiful weekend. Please focus on the things that I've spoken about. Maybe write them down. Think about what you can do to be more present, what you can do to learn about who you are, about leadership. I'm happy to recommend some other really great books. Definitely grab this one. It's a beautiful book, or Leadership Attitude or Just Rocket. Go to my website and you can find them. There's lots of different books I could recommend. Remember to keep putting yourself out there, keep having the courage to be the best you can be seen, and just go out there and just rock it, okay? So thank you for listening to my live today. And please take care, stay safe, and reach out if we can help. And if there's anything else that we can talk about on these lives, or you'd love me to teach you on these lives, please send us a message and we'll put it on the list. Thank you.